Hi, I'm Lucy. This video is about neutral spine alignment. Let's start by getting ourselves into our semi-supine position, which is lying on your back, feet together, knees together to start with. We're going to start with lengthening through the crown of the head, which means that your chin will just gently tuck in and you'll get that lengthening down the back of your neck. So for some people, you'll benefit from having a little block underneath your head, so that will just help you get that nice alignment in through the cervical spine, through the spine. Shoulders want to be down away from your ears, hands resting gently at your sides. Now we'll come to the lower half. Just pop your toes out like a ballerina, followed by your heels, and this will leave your feet parallel, hip distance apart. So your knees want to also be in alignment, so don't have your knees shut or flared out to the side, just have them nicely in line with your feet and your hips. Next we're going to make a diamond shape with your hands. Place your thumbs just underneath your belly button and let the rest of your hands fall naturally. And you're going to imagine that you've got a marble in the middle of that diamond. And we're going to roll that diamond north towards you, so you're tilting the pelvis this way. And then tilting the pelvis the opposite direction so that that marble is falling down towards your fingers now. So just working through your range of movement. Rolling that marble north and south, and you're going to reduce that movement until you feel that that marble is sitting in the middle of the diamond shape, nice and still. So another point of reference is that your hip bones, these sticky out hip bones, and your pubic bone, which also sticks out, if you had a spirit level, you could lay it across those three bones and they would be level, parallel to the ceiling. Okay, another check, just reaching underneath your lumbar spine. With the natural curve of your spine, you should be able to get your fingers in that gap. So if your back is flat on the floor, just check that your pubic bone is not tilting a little bit higher than your hip bones. So just maybe readjust that. Have another little feel. Yep, that's better. Conversely, you might be overarching your back, and I can get my arm under there now. Well, that's too big and my back is not supported, so you don't want to be exercising in this position at all. So my pubic bone is actually lower now than my hip bone, so I'm just going to readjust that, checking that I've got that nice gap. That's fine. So I'm now in my neutral alignment. So taking a preparation breath in, as I exhale I'm going to engage my core, which means I'm going to lift my pelvic floor by about 30%, draw my belly button down towards my spine and try and tuck it under my ribs. So that is my core engagement, and that is done on an exhale. It's easier to get that tightening up on an exhale. So preparation breath in, exhale, draw that belly button down towards my spine, and I'm going to lift one leg up into tabletop. Keep breathing, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and return that foot down onto the mat. The same with the other side. Now the reason we're trying to keep our core nice and engaged is to stabilise the pelvis. So we don't want the pelvis rocking and tipping from side to side as you're doing these leg lifts, or knee folds as they're called. So we're trying to move the hip joint independently while keeping our spine in neutral. When we come to lift two legs up into tabletop position, we have to do what you call imprinting. So what I mean by imprinting, we're starting in our neutral alignment. Preparation breath in as you exhale, engaging the core, drawing that belly button down and up, down towards the spine, up under the ribs. Bring one leg up into tabletop position. Now imagine you've got a little grape underneath your lumbar spine, and you're just going to squeeze a bit of juice out of that lumbar grape. You should feel a little bit of a tightening across the front here. So gauging that, squeezing that juice out of the grape and bringing your other leg up into tabletop position. So this is quite challenging for the core. You'll find that your back is flatter on the mat, but you're not really pressing it back into the mat. You're still holding it here using your abdominal muscles and your transverse abdominis. And returning your legs to the mat. If you can't maintain that core stability while you've got both legs up in tabletop, you need to just drop it down a level, and most of the exercises will have different variations, different layers, and you'll start maybe with one leg up in tabletop position and then progress to two legs up in tabletop. If you're not able to maintain that core stability in both legs up, just drop down a level, do the exercise with one leg up in tabletop position. The same when we come to mobilising the shoulder joint. We're trying to maintain that core stability, so finding your neutral alignment again. Watch my rib cage. It shouldn't move as I lift my head and my arms overhead. I'm keeping my core engaged. Stabilising the torso, so the movement is just in the shoulder joint. I'm going to illustrate what I mean by not holding that core. So watch my ribs. So if I'm not able to maintain stability, what will happen is, as I reach my arms overhead, my ribs are flaring a little bit here. So I need to keep that down, keep it neutral. You might find that you can bring your arms to here, and then any further than that and you're going to start flaring at the ribs. Well, that's absolutely fine. Just work to your range of movement. So you want to stop the movement when you get to the point where you can't maintain stability. That will improve as you get stronger.